Good morning, it's Jared with Learn to Win Trading. I wanted to review this morning's market with you. We had some pretty good signals happening, although it took a while for the market to get moving. It's March 18th, 2010, and we were trading this morning, the first hour of the market, and notice that the half hour here, the first half hour just didn't give us much at all. It was really kind of waiting for some reports to come out that came out at 10 o'clock, and that's what really started pushing the market around. That's what we need, is a little volatility, and then our signals work beautifully. Let me show you what we saw first. Our first signal was number one. We want to look for the trend confirmation. This is a PS, stands for point series trend confirmation. With our lower indicators, what this is showing us is strength in this particular pattern. We'll see this pattern sometimes without the strength behind it. That means you need to avoid looking for an entry when you don't have that strength, because then you're trading a lower probability trade. But when you have the indicators that we have programmed here telling you that there's strength behind this signal, then you can judge based off of how much strength you see in this signal whether you want to look for an entry now or not. Well, this gave us a point series trend confirmation, and we have an entry right here going long. We took this. I was looking for a 1 point profit off of this, and it came one tick shy of it. So I got out at 7 ticks, although it hit 9 ticks there. But that's okay. We had a 9 tick potential on that signal. Our next one was a much prettier trade, because instead of having one TC, we had two. We're looking at a common pattern in day trading right here, a double top, and this is just a small double top, but we're looking at a 1 minute chart, and with this double top, our lower indicators here are giving us this strength behind this particular pattern. Okay, so although this is a reversal pattern, we don't look at it as a trend confirmation unless our lower indicators are confirming this for us. We've got one TC there, but we don't have an entry yet. So we're waiting for our entry, and then all of a sudden another TC here, point series off of this double top. Sorry, I'm drawing too many lines now. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's our point series, which creates a beautiful entry. I can't tell you how awesome it is to have four different confirmations all on this particular signal. We have a matte stair-step combination entry with a point series TC and a double top TC. So this is a strong trade to take. We entered here going short, and we have a 1.3 point potential off of this particular trade. It's not realistic that you're going to get all 1.3 points of this, but you're going to get a good chunk of it. Okay, so that was a great signal to take there. Obviously, you could have got at least a point out of this going short. And then we have one more signal for the day, and this is actually extending a little further than our normal 1 hour, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. We've got again, basically the inverse of what just happened. A little double bottom with a trend producing strength for a trend confirmation there. Then it comes into a point series trend confirmation where we have an entry right here at 681.9. Whoops, one tick higher. 681.9. And this actually ran, I'm not counting everything up here. You could have held it as it went sideways right there and gone in a little longer for that. But we're looking at about a 1.3, 1.4 point potential push there. So if we pull this up, for today's trades, we're looking at 10:18 a.m. We have a point series trend confirmation, an entry at 681.5 going long. We have 9 ticks potential there, which is an 18% return on the margin you're trading. Okay, $500 controls one contract, so an 18% on that $500. Here we go, 10:32. We've got a DTPS trend confirmation with a beautiful stair-step mat combo entry. We have a 681.6 going short for a 12 tick potential. That's 24%. And then a third trade at 1056, a double top. Excuse me, that should be double bottom. Sorry about that. Which should be a double bottom and a point series trend confirmation. 681.9 going long for 13 ticks potential. Total today, a 34 tick potential, which is 68% on your margin. Again, it's not realistic that you're going to capitalize on all the ticks that are potentially there in these pushes, but you're going to be able to get a good chunk of it, and that's what's important. Okay, let me show you one other thing here. If you were to be patient enough to hang on a little bit longer in the market, and you had the time to watch it, look what could have happened here for you. We have a high here, we have our point series trend confirmation with an entry right here at 682.7 going short. Man, this just fell. This is our trend trade for the day. Okay, it came falling down. You've got a potential of 4 points on the Russell this morning. Let's look at this trend trade for the day. At 11:33, we've got our point series trend confirmation, an entry at 682.7 short for 40 ticks. You could have made 80% on your margin on that trade. So the potential for what the Russell can do for you with our program here is incredible. Let's look at this in terms of money, okay? Because that's where it really makes sense. Okay, so let's look at this conservatively. I like to put a conservative expectation in our students' minds with trading so that, you know, it's realistic, and yet it's very likely that they'll outperform their expectations. If all you took were 5 ticks on each trade this morning, on one contract in that hour and a half, you would have made $150. Okay, but if you're doing well and you're able to add more contracts to your account, at 5 contracts, that same amount, 1.5 points, would have brought you $750. At 10 contracts, $1,500 in the first hour and a half of the morning. Now that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. If you want to learn more about our program, go to www.learntowintrading.com, or you can visit our free day trading crash course by going to the same URL, www.learntowintrading.com/training. We'll look forward to seeing you there.